Squad up, haters down. If you ain't about that life, don't come around. Got the crowd, gone wild. Tell me what you know about that Mem style.
Yo, y'all know what time it is, man. It's the Memphis Jelks show. How y'all doing out there, man? It's good to be back, man. Last week, man, the numbers was through the roof, man. I hope we get the numbers back up through the roof the same way. Cause tonight we got a super duper special guest for y'all. Hey, y'all ain't ready. Yo, man, I gotta go ahead and bring my homie in, man, because I gotta chop it up with him about something. Hold on one second.
Drums, please. What up?
It's in the building.
We back, baby.
We back, man, once again, bro. Everybody out there, man, if y'all checking out the show, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying, man? Get these numbers up, man, because, hey, we support y'all just like y'all support us, man. So, you know what I'm saying? The bigger that this show get, the bigger platform we'll have to bring y'all on and tell y'all's story.
You might be a guest on the Memphis Jelks show.
Ain't it, man? Ain't it? Speaking of that, man, tonight we got a For Your Page winner, man. Hey, these boys is off the chain, man. 731 Kings. Y'all be on the lookout for their new video, man. It's called Pimp-ish. I'll introduce them a little bit later, man. So, man, have you been seeing what's been going on this week, bro? It's been crazy. Dude. Yo, for one thing, did they give Tory how many years?
10, man. 10 years.
What?
10
10 years? Tory Lanez? No way. Oh, man, that can't be possible, bro. Come on, man. That's Tory, a superstar.
Hey, listen, don't do the crime, you can't do the time. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. I was looking earlier. I saw some tweet he had put on talking about something about don't be surprised if you don't serve no time. I was like, what is that about?
You know what that's about. Them Tory stands. That boy gonna do some time. They some stands. And I like Tory Lanez, and I like Meg Thee Stallion too. I like both of them as artists. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them personally, but man, that was just seemed like a crazy drunken night gone wrong.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, and like we're gonna get into some of that like how your mind can be, you know, kind of thinking and not thinking, you know, correctly sometime. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that a little bit later on, you know what I'm saying, with our special guest that we have on tonight. You never know what's going on in a person's mind.
True.
You know, people got millions and millions of dollars, you know, some people do, and you know, they might be young or they might be older, you know what I'm saying? But you think just because they got that money, everything is all good. You know what I'm saying? Their lives is just perfect and all this kind of stuff. But we're witnessing, you know, that it's crazy, man. It's not.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, with social media, it's always more exposure. People see you more. People giving out more of their life. And so the more people give access to their lives, you know, I think it's going to be more important to, you know, have outlets to, you know, discuss stuff, to have conversations, to resolve some unresolved emotional or, you know, even mental issues that you might be trying to work through. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to get some help to, you know, work through a situation, man.
Indeed, man. And not to mention that we're post-pandemic.
Yeah.
So that I really have, you know, quite a few of my questions tonight are going to be like, you know, this post-pandemic lifestyle that we're in now. You know what I'm saying? And how are we doing as a society mentally? So this is going to be an episode to where y'all got to call in, man. 901-410-0123.
Hit the line.
Hit the line. Y'all know we don't get paid for this either. So if y'all feeling generous, if we tell y'all some knowledge that y'all love and feel like can help y'all, man, don't be afraid to hit that cash out. It's in the bottom left screen, and the phone number is in the bottom right screen, man. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boys, man. I ain't gonna hold them. Oh,
Man, shout out to Rainland from last week, man.
oh yes.
Man, I went about the ebook. Start your own rental company, on your own rental car business. I went about the ebook, man. So, next I'm gonna sign up for the course that he got, man. I'm gonna see what I can make shake out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. That's dope. I'm signing up for the course also, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to rainlandofficial.com. And I appreciate you for doing that, because I'm rushing, man. But I wanted to shout out Ryan, my cousin Ryan from last week, my first cousin. My mom and them was like, why y'all was just saying cousin? Y'all should have said first cousin. So shout out to my first cousin, Ryan Henning, man. And rainlandofficial.com, and he got a beautiful family. Shout out to them too, you know what I'm saying, for allowing him to take out the time to come hang with us last week.
Yeah.
I'm definitely joining the course, definitely got to see what I can make shake, you know what I'm saying, because you got to get right out here, man, mentally, man. It's so many things you don't know that you might think you know what I'm saying, but you have no idea. That's why, like, when the pandemic hit, man, I started reading a lot of books. I would pick a subject that I'm interested in. And I'll find, like, what's the best book on that subject that I can read, right? And I just dove into it. But now I think I got the information curse.
Overload.
It's like
overanalyzing.
Yeah. It's like you can learn so much to where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll sit down and try to write a song, and I'm like, what am I gonna write this song about? And now I'm thinking of all these big words and stuff. It's like, dang, I know too much. Yeah, I need to detox my mind or something. But anyway, speaking of detoxing your mind, man, it's time to bring in our special guest, man.
Yes, sir.
For the night. I met this young lady doing music, like I do a lot of my guests, you know what I'm saying? I produced her first song. I want to say first hit song, but see, then that'd be like me. That'd be me tooting my own horn. Yes, I produced her first song.
Go ahead,
I produced her first hit song.
Don't say it, man.
It was like, yo, that jump slamming.
What an introduction, man.
Man, here we go. The one, the only.
Drums, please.
Dr. Latonia Lewis is in the building.
Welcome to the Memphis Jelks show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for having me tonight.
Thank you. The honor and the pleasure is all ours. We appreciate you for taking out the time. We know you be super busy, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. You took out the time to come on the show, so thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me, for the invite. It was very unexpected, but I'm truly thankful that you gave me this opportunity.
Well, we're thankful that you accepted the opportunity, because we had a show last week It was talking a lot about finances and credit and stuff like that. And my cousin, he owns a company called RainlandOfficial.com. So I was telling him that it's kind of like he was telling me about how some people don't want to reach out to his company because they're kind of scared to admit that they have problems financially and stuff like that. So I said that's kind of like the stigma that we have in our community about mental health. It's kind of the same. We don't want to reach out to like psychiatrists and psychologists because we're afraid that somebody might say we're crazy or something.
Right.
Do you in your profession as a clinical supervisor, do you have you ever been aware of where people be kind of maybe afraid to open up to you at first or something maybe, and then I don't know, like some sort of phobia of opening up about their mental status?
Oh, absolutely. No, nobody ever wants to admit that they need help. I mean, most of us want to be viewed as strong people. And so to ask for help, that means that I'm being vulnerable. And I can't be vulnerable because then I'm seen as weak. So absolutely, I see that a lot. I've myself have been that way sometimes, wanting to be viewed as the independent woman. But there came a time where I had to realize that, hey, all of us need help at one point in time. So yeah, we see that a lot.
Wow. So like, how do you kind of handle that? Like, what are some ways that you can kind of get them to get over some of that fear?
Well, of course, it comes with helping people to become comfortable with you. You have to, the counselor jargon is you have to build a rapport. You have to establish trust. And a lot of times that means meeting the person where they are, not pushing, just allowing them to do it in their own time, in their own way.
Wow. I know there's like, I grew up, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of mental health issues, like, in especially in our community. I don't know about other communities because I only grew up in the community where people look like me.
Uh-huh.
But over the years, I've seen people who may have started off like 100%, like, mentally super strong. And then I've seen people fall mentally, from that grace. And I always used to wonder, like, man, how does that happen so often in our community? I'm not sure if it's coming from people spiking people's drinks, or because that's what we would always say, man, somebody must have dropped something in their drink or something, or is it some kind of chemical imbalance that kicks in or something in people's minds? Or
Sometimes life happens, when life is lifing, sometimes it's too hard or too difficult for people to deal with that. I was telling somebody the other day, oftentimes, or most of the time, we're taught how to gain things. We're taught how to go get the money or go get the job or go get the girl. But nobody ever teaches us how to lose things. What do you do when you lose something? What do you do when you lose a loved one, or you lose a job, or you lose your money, you lose your home? Nobody gives us a guideline for those things. And so when tragedy hits, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do with this? And so sometimes people are not strong enough. They don't have a good support system. They're not mentally capable of dealing with those kinds of things. So when you see that, that's what you're seeing. Life is lifing, life is happening, and I don't know what to do with that.
I think that's an interesting concept you said there. We don't learn how to lose things. We don't learn how to deal with tragedy. And I think that's interesting. That's something we don't discuss, or something we don't talk about. And maybe it's something we can't prepare for, right? I guess you can't discuss losing a loved one until you lose a loved one. You know what I'm saying? You can't discuss losing someone the hurt of losing someone until you lose someone that's close to you. And sometimes it's, I know the whole cliche thing, I'm praying for you, I understand where you are, but sometimes we don't understand where people are. And you won't understand until you get in some of those situations. But what can we do as people in our community to kind of start preparing people, or not even necessarily, I wouldn't even use the term preparing people, but for allowing people to see and deal with things when we experience some of those losses or some of those tragedies, or as you would say, when life is lifing, how can we kind of help with that?
By being transparent. You have to allow people to see that you are a human being, first of all. I oftentimes ask my client, I'm like, do you have an S on your chest? Are you a Superman or are you a Superwoman? And of course, the answer is no. That is because we're all human. And we're all going to have those moments where we don't understand, what's going on in our lives. So let somebody know, hey, you know what? I know that hurts because I too went through something similar. It may not be what you went through, but I went through it and it hurts. And I had a hard time. But hey, this is what you do. Knowledge is power, and the more you learn about different things in life, the more you're able to cope. Learn what a coping skill is. A lot of people who look like me don't know what a coping skill is or don't know what a trigger is. So educate yourself or get with somebody that knows more than you who can help you. That comes too with being vulnerable and then admitting that, hey, I don't know everything. I do need help.
So I was watching a video earlier on YouTube because I'm studying I'm studying mental health and all of this because I'm like we're gonna have Dr. Lewis on the show tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to be at least do some kind of research. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that like over 20%, like the suicide rate went up like over 20% in after the pandemic versus before the pandemic. And not only that, but drug use, alcohol abuse, all of these things have gone up like 20 to 25% post-pandemic. Do you see a rise in that in your field?
Oh, absolutely. The pandemic forced a lot of us, well, the whole world, generally speaking, to have to sit still. We had to sit still. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people don't like to be in their own company. It's a lot of things that they don't like about themselves or things that they feel uncomfortable with when it comes to them. And so having to be forced to sit still and deal with you or see you, that's heavy for some people. And so absolutely we saw an increase. Another point is that most people don't want to feel pain. So they reach for things to try and cover that up. But there's one thing in life that you can't get away from, and that's pain. You're going to feel pain at some point in your life. And so that's why you see people reach for alcohol or sex or other things to cover that up. But what I tell people all the time is that if you don't deal with it, then it's going to deal with you. And most of the time that comes out in unhealthy ways or unhealthy behaviors. So have you ever snapped at somebody and they did nothing to you?
Yeah.
Whatever that is that's bugging you, it's coming out. It's just like eating a meal. You have to digest that food. It has to have some place to go. That's all that other stuff, that baggage that we carry. It has to have somewhere to go.
Wow. And that's what you teach. Like you teach that to like your clients and stuff, like how to deal with that and let that stuff go.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
So for someone And I guess I'll just use some of the terms that you just used. Some people, it seems like some people can turn to some negative coping mechanisms, but can you share some positive or, some worthwhile coping mechanisms that can help people for somebody who might be, might not be comfortable right now coming to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist? Can you share some positive coping mechanisms that they might be able to utilize?
Absolutely. There are several things. Like, what is something that you like to do? Uh, Going for a walk. Simple things. Going for a walk. Taking a hot bath. Talking to a friend. Journaling. Journaling is a good way to express your feelings. It's a good way to get it out. Because if it festers, then it's going to turn into something unhealthy. So absolutely, reading a book. Something as simple as some people express themselves through music. So listening to some of your favorite songs, aromatherapy. I love candles, burning candles. I would say eating your favorite food, but sometimes you can overeat too. So, but just simple things. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be something simple, but being sure that you are adhering to your own mental health, your own needs, and sometimes saying no to setting boundaries. That's very important. That's a really good coping mechanism because sometimes people can expect a lot from you. Of course, praying and meditation. I could go on and on.
So we talked about this a little bit last week, and I don't know if we talked about it online or not. I can't remember, Jelks. I don't know if we talked about it online, but setting boundaries. How do people set boundaries, especially for those who are their loved ones, or those who are their family members or people that's close to them? How do people get to a point that they can set boundaries? Because a lot of times, I think we can experience some mental frustration from the people who are the closest to us. Sometimes even from our own parents and our siblings and our aunts and uncles. And so how do we set boundaries with them, with people we really love that we have to interact with all the time, but yet, might be causing a mental strain on us?
You know what, Mr. O? No, the word no is a complete sentence. Now, is it easy to say no or set a boundary with somebody that's close to you? Absolutely not. But if you don't, then you take the risk of losing yourself or living your life through other people. And so it just has to come to a point to where you decide that, you know what, I matter just as much as the next person, and I have to take care of me. And so I'm not going to do that today, and be okay with that. Don't feel guilty for telling people in your family or close friends that today is just not a good day for me. Turn off the phone. Don't answer the phone. No, I don't want to go out today. I don't want to hang out today. Those things are okay, but you have to give yourself permission. You have to give yourself permission to be okay with not dealing with people all the time, because the expectations that people put on us, that's a lot of pressure. And then things that things that come with that pressure, you have your anxiety, you have your depression. For some people, it turns into suicidal ideations, things of that nature. So it's either, again, like I stated earlier, either you deal with it or it's going to deal with you. And not setting boundaries is one of those things.
Mm. You know,
Wow.
and I know I'm just firing off questions now, but we need
Keep
deep into
going.
talking.
Keep
And
going, because
so they just
you're asking the right questions. Keep
so they
going.
just so they just coming up. And so let's help the people on the other end. As a person who might be on the other end of no, how can we support a person who we know is having, and they tell us no? How can we help them help themselves?
You can only help those who want to help themselves. You're going to have some family members and some friends that are just not going to get it. That's just the way life is. And again, you have to be okay with that. You can't. And I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. Like, You can't help everybody because not everybody wants to be helped. Some people are only comfortable in chaos. Anything outside of chaos is abnormal to them. It doesn't feel right if it's not chaotic. So, what do you do? Keep running into a brick wall? What is that saying? I forget who said it, but if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and keep getting the same results, what is that? Insanity?
What is it? Running into the same, keep running into the same brick wall is like the definition of insanity.
Yeah. You know, sometimes we have to set boundaries with our own selves as well, not just with other people. Like how much are you going to take? How much are you going to deal with before you realize that it's hurting your own mental health? It's breaking your own heart. So when do you set a boundary with you?
For those of y'all who are just tuning in, man, we are here with author, doctor, and awesome recording artist, Dr. Latonia Lewis. She's written a book. She has a book that's already out. It's called Love in All the Wrong Places. And then you're currently working on a new book, right? It's called If Walls Could Talk.
Absolutely.
Can you fill us in? Not give away the book, but can you fill us in just a little bit on it?
Oh, yeah, it's very simple. You know how you look on social media and things look perfect? What happens when you go back home behind the doors? What happens when you go out in the morning? Most of us are wearing masks. But if the walls could talk, what would they say? So that's basically where I'm going with the book.
Interesting. That's a topic. Go ahead. Oh,
well, I was about to say. So, what made you want to write that book specifically?
The first one or this next one?
Let's both, if you don't mind.
Okay. No, I don't mind. The first book, Love in All the Wrong Places, that book came along at a time when I was literally searching for who Latonia was. I had gone through a very traumatic experience prior to the book. And those people who know me know that my 16-year-old daughter died unexpectedly in her sleep. And so I had to renew, restore, replenish. I had to do all of that. I had to basically learn how to live again. And so Love in All the Wrong Places was based on broken relationships, the death of my daughter, and how Latonia came to be. And so the journey, that's where the journey led me. And so now If Walls Could Talk is based on things that I've seen over the years, you know, pretending to be happy, looking happy on the outside, but on the inside being torn completely up. So
that's a great topic too, because, you know, I've been doing my research once again, and they say, like, you know, a lot of people, they say social media can depress a lot of people. You go on there, like you said, and you see like everybody's living their best life. You know what I'm saying? They lifing and stuff.
basically,
you know, everybody popping bottles on a yacht, you know what I'm saying, in Cancun and all this crazy mess. And then you shut off the phone and you look around, you know, a lot of people look around and be like, man, you know, I wish I could do that, or I'm not in a financial position to be able to do that. Or some people might even know that they're not mentally in the right space to be able to make the kind of moves that it would take to get them to that level.
Yeah.
And another thing that I hate is that some of the people that I grew up with, like in our communities, they call it like little, let's say, little, like, I call them small felonies. You know what I'm saying? Because if it has something to do with like the plant, if they got caught with the plant, you know.
What's the plant?
It's we gotta play charades now. You put it in some paper, and then you crumble it up, and then you roll it up, and then you some people smoke it. That's the plant. But no, but yeah, I got people who caught little charges for having the plant when we were young, 18, 19. And then now they can't even get like, decent paying jobs because they hold those felonies on their records. If they consider it a felony, that gotta be like mentally draining, or mentally, like, you gotta feel like, man, I did that when I was 18. I'm not even in the same mindset anymore like that I was when I was 18. Now I'm more mature. I've gotten my this certificate or that certification, you know what I mean? Every time I go apply for a job, they keep on doing a background check on me, and they finding out that when I was 18, 19, I got caught with the plant. That has to be like, that has to take like some sort of like mental drain out on people. What would you like suggest for those for those people to kind of maybe help them get over that hump of just, not being able to do because of either financial, mental, or you just got some kind of felony on your record or something, that some just feels like you're just getting stopped in each way you turn?
Well, of course, that has to be discouraging, but at the same time, when you accept, let me just say this first. Another thing that I tell my clients is that you cannot conquer a demon that you're not willing to face. So first, accepting that, okay, you know what, I messed up, and the reality of it is this is where I am in life. So what are some things that I can do to get the things that I want in life? Does that mean that I have to take some classes, maybe to learn how to become an entrepreneur? Starting my own business. What are some other avenues? That means that I'm going to have to find some resources that I can utilize so that I can figure out what it is that I can do, because they're saying that this is what I can't do. So I understand that there were some things that I did that put me in this place, but it can't keep me in this place. So I have to just find that inner king or inner queen in me and make it do what it do.
Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, I was done.
That's real. That's super real. That's some game for y'all out there.
It all comes with determination, commitment. How bad do you want it? I mean, of course, you can't get it sitting down. And of course, we're all going to make mistakes in our life. But what is the lesson that you can learn from this? How can I move forward so that I don't keep making those same mistakes? Is the world going to beat up on me sometimes? Absolutely. That's life. You can't get away from that. But don't let it keep you there.
Did you? I totally agree. And this may be a little bit off the subject, but did you, like, when you were growing up, did you always know that you were like multi-talented? Because to be able to be a music artist, author, and become a doctor, that takes like talent and skill, and like, you know what I'm saying? That you're thinking more like on a higher level than probably a lot of your peers. Did you feel that growing up, or is that something that you kind of fell into later on, or started noticing, I can make music, I can write a book?
To be honest with you, no, I had really low self-esteem coming up. I didn't think much of myself until life happened to me. And then I had to, and I'll tell just a little piece of this story, but when my daughter died, I fell into a depression. I had gotten married at an early age, didn't know what marriage was or what love was, for that matter. But I fell into a deep depression, and my oldest son, he came and sat at the foot of my bed one day, and he was like, I know that you miss her, and I know that you love her, but you have 2 more children that need you. We need our mom back. And so I got up out of the bed that day, and I've been pushing forward ever since. I was a nurse at the time, and I totally believe that your steps are ordered from the time that you were born. And so I became a nurse first. And I think that God was preparing me for what was to come, because as a nurse, I saw death a lot. I had to experience it a lot. And so when I found my daughter dead in the bed, I did not lose my mind because I had already experienced it. You always need to ask yourself, okay, what is a lesson that I need to get from this? And so after she died, I found myself having to console other people. Instead of me being consoled, I had to console other people. And so one of my professors that I had in undergrad, she was like, you really should be a therapist. I was working on my bachelor's degree at that time. She was like, you really should consider being a therapist. I never thought about being a therapist. But then after I graduated with my bachelor's degree, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to see if I can do it. I did a lot of things just to see if I could do it. And writing the song and then coming to record with you was one of those things. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I challenged myself a lot. And so that's what I would encourage other people to do. Challenge yourself. Growth comes in uncomfortable places. You can't be successful unless you're uncomfortable, because you're going to have to do some things that you're not used to doing. And so I just challenged myself to do different things a lot. I knew that I was different, and I knew that there was something that I was supposed to be doing. And that's what led me to where I am right now.
And I know that all of us are God-fearing on this line. You know what I'm saying? We all grew up, in the church and stuff like that. So we got to always put God first. You know what I'm saying? So how much of a role, you know what I'm saying, do you think that God and your spirituality play in your success?
Well, first of all, I'm a PK kid. You know that. And what they say is,
shout out to Pastor Pete.
Hey. First, let me make a disclaimer. What they say about PK kids is not true. They're not the worst kids, okay?
I don't know now. I don't know. I knew some.
No, not true. But that played a major part in my life, which is one of the reasons why I have my doctorate degree in clinical pastoral counseling, because I do realize that a lot of people depend on their faith to get them through. And so I wanted to have the best of both worlds. I wanted to I wanted to be able to work in the secular world as well as in the spiritual world, so that I could help people on both of those perspectives.
Nice. Well, you're doing a good job of it. We're proud of you over here. We're rooting for the new book. I'm waiting on you to do a video to the song that we did, "The Love in All the Wrong Places." I was listening to that earlier, and I was like, we never shot a video of that. We should have shot a video to that.
You have my head so big, thinking I sounded like Trina. I'm like, he needs to stop.
You killed it.
I don't know if people know this or not, but he got my song played on the radio. I thought that was like so dope. I was so geeked. I thought I was famous for a little while.
You famous to us from the Rip Town to the M Town, you know what I'm saying? To the world now, because we worldwide right now. And we thank and appreciate you for being on. Shoot, man. It's like, I got so many questions. We got so many questions, man. It's just,
all right, let's talk.
Man. So you already answered the last question that I was going to ask you, like, why you chose psychology as your major. So how was that journey? Like, there's some hard tests and stuff like that you have to take. Like that's not an easy feat. So how did you manage? And then I know it took you like you know, you didn't just do it like overnight. It took you some time. How was that journey?
I cried a lot. I had to eat a lot of noodles. It took a lot of sacrifice. I worked a third shift as a nurse while I was in grad school. So I had to do a lot of sacrificing to put myself through school. Um, I was having to drive to Nashville like every third weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, getting off work Friday morning, then driving to Nashville, and then, be prepared for class, writing 20-page papers, 25-page papers, internship, plus working full time, paying all my bills. Because I was single at the time, so I was doing it all on my own. But no, it wasn't easy. And you've heard this saying, anything worth having is worth working for and fighting for.
Right.
I had to do just that, because I was determined. That first, I did it for personal reasons. I wanted to know if that was something that I could do. Like I stated earlier, I challenged myself a lot, and so I did it to see if I could do it. And then another reason was because I wanted to show those that were coming behind me that it could be done. Specifically, my children and my grandchildren. I wanted to leave a legacy, and I knew that I was going to have to do something spectacular in order to do that, because nobody in my family on either side has a doctorate degree. Nobody has written a book, and so those I did some of the first in my family on both sides. And so, what do they say? That's history in the making. I wanted them to see that it matters not where you come from. You can do anything that you put your mind to if you're dedicated and committed to it. I made a post the other day on Facebook, and I talked about how some people feel like you have to move to a big city in order to be successful, but that's not true. You can move to a big city and still not have changed anything about yourself, your behaviors, your discipline, nothing. And nothing will happen because nothing has changed. You can be right where you are and achieve whatever it is that you want to, as long as the behavior lines up with the plan.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Jelks,
Oh,
my bad. Nah, I've been asked a lot of questions. Go ahead, bro.
nuh-uh. Go ahead, man, because your questions be the bomb.
Nah, I was just gonna make a statement. I think a lot of people think when that statement about your post. I think a lot of people think that you know things will change once they make it to the big stage, and I think what they fail to realize is that the preparation starts on the small stage. The
Absolutely.
preparation starts before you even get to the stage. And I think a lot of people overlook that. And so they think sometimes they can just jump out there and get on that big stage and that things are just going to happen. And then when life starts happening and they don't have anything to pull from, they don't have any trials and tribulations to pull from, and they get to the big stage, and then sometimes it can take a toll on them, and it can be rough mentally on a person. So sometimes you have to wait for your opportunity to come along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I did have another question though. And I asked a lot of questions tonight, but I did have another question though. For the people who say, um, all I need is the Lord. I don't need anybody else to talk to about my problems. I'll just take it to the Lord. Um, how how do you deal with working with people who don't realize that God has also blessed some people on this earth with gifts and talents to help them in times of need? Because every pastor hasn't been, you know, so-called um, deemed expert or given expertise in areas of counseling. And, some go to seminary schools, some don't. Some seek education outside of just seminary. And so, like, every everybody doesn't have the same credentials. Everybody doesn't have the same experience. Well, what do you say to those people who say, all I need is the Lord and my pastor? I don't need no psychologist or psychiatrist to help me deal with my problems.
Well, I don't know. Why are you trying to open up this Pandora
Yeah, uh-huh.
box?
That's because we here. Yeah, that's why we got you on the show.
Um, we hear this a lot,
Hmm.
basically. You know, it's just like going to the doctor for a physical health condition. You trust that this man who has gotten the credentials to be a medical doctor can let me say it like this. It's an amazing thing when a person can open you up, fix what's wrong, and then put you back together. An amazing thing. It's the same thing for a person who deals with the mind. You can tell somebody what's wrong with you and they can figure out how to help you walk through that. Well, listen, you said it yourself. He blesses each one of us with a different talent, right? I'm a firm believer that he works through people, places, and things to get us to where we need to be. That's the word. You know that. You believe that this pastor is going to teach you what you need to know to get to the kingdom. So what's wrong with going to see a psychiatrist or a therapist who can help you figure things out, who can help guide you into the way that you need to go so that you can be better mentally and emotionally. There's nothing wrong with that. Faith without works is dead, right?
let's,
You
let's
go to
talk
a
about it.
that's all I'm saying. It is the same thing. He blesses each of us. And I do believe that it quotes counselors in that particular scripture that you're talking about.
Mm,
He works through
mm.
all of us. We're his hands and his legs and his eyes. You know, that's why we're here.
See, y'all putting me up on game. Now I didn't know that he spoke on counselors in that script.
Absolutely. What do you tell a person that's suicidal? You're a pastor and you don't have the education or the knowledge. How can you help somebody that's suicidal?
Come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
Uh-oh.
And, the truth is, it's no disrespect or no slight to um, the pastors or, the people in those positions, faith leaders. It's no disrespect to them. I think um, some things are just not in your vein of expertise, and that's okay. You
Absolutely.
don't have to do everything.
You don't. When you understand your assignment, you will have the most success in the world. I can't do what Memphis Jelks do because that's not my assignment. I can't do what you do because that's not my assignment. It's not going to be effective. So let me work within what it is that I'm supposed to do, and you work within what you're supposed to do, and watch how it turns out.
And bring it all together because we stronger in numbers than we are separate.
Absolutely. One body with many parts, and every part of your body has a different function. Your legs can't do what your arms are supposed to do, and vice versa. It all works together.
There may be like a young Dr. Latonia Lewis out there who may stumble upon this show. What advice would you give an upcoming Dr. Latonya Lewis? Let's say if they're like just about to go to high school or something, like what advice would you give them to get to that, to get to where they need to be?
To thine own self be true. Don't try and pattern your life after someone else's. What you see someone else do may be good, but is that what you're supposed to be doing? Figure out what it is that you like, what you enjoy, and do that. Don't try to mimic what someone else is doing because you can only show up in the room as yourself. You can't show up as anybody else. It's just you're not going to be successful with that. And that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to live up to the expectation of other people or even try to be like other people, because there's only one you. You were uniquely made for a reason. Just be you, be true to yourself, and learn who you are. Learn what you like, what you don't like. And then learn how to set boundaries with people who try to put you in places that you're not supposed to be.
We definitely going to get you to come back on the show and do a part two, because you got a lot of gems that you're dropping that you're teaching me stuff, and I know the viewers are learning also. And viewers, if y'all out there, man, them phone lines are open too. 901-410-0123. Y'all call in and holler at us. You know what I'm saying? We'd like to hear from y'all, man. We got Dr. Latonia Lewis on the show. You know what I'm saying? Clinical supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Mental health specialist. You know, we got engineer of the year. Oh yeah, man. This has been this episode. It don't need to end. It's just so much knowledge, so much to explore when it comes to, you know, just mental health and just loving yourself and stuff like that, man. And loving God. Those seem like those are like three different things, aren't it? Like loving God, you know, loving yourself mentally, loving yourself spiritually,
Absolutely.
and loving yourself physically. I gotta start getting back in that doggone gym. We were just talking about that.
Me too.
Me and O used to go every day together at work. Faithfully, every single day. I missed them days. But we go. You know, I'm finna. You know, I don't like to say what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do it. Because when you say I'm finna do this or I'm going to do that, no. You know what? I was checking out something earlier, and they were like, if you're gonna work out or something, go ahead and lay out your clothes at night, so that when you get up in the morning, if you're going in the morning, all you gotta do is throw your clothes on and all that good stuff. But anyway, we got a caller calling in, y'all.
Okay.
You got it plugged in?
Yep.
All right.
Yo, what's up? You on the Memphis Jelks show with Dr. Latonia Lewis. Who is this? Hello, you there? Let's see, make sure we're plugged in. It's on. Oh, I need to disconnect these freaking. Hold on, caller, 1 second. My AirPods are connected. and the thing. Where them AirPods at? They don't even be like those things. Don't even be around you, and your phone finds some kind of way to find them, man.
The life of an engineer.
Yeah, it is. Whoever engineered them iPods did a mug. They made it to where you can find them in the 2 miles away. It's still connecting them. Where are they?
So while he's working on getting that, I do have, you know, as we kind of come to the end of the show here, I do have a quick question. Could you give a few simple things that people can do on a daily basis to kind of help themselves to stay mentally focused and sharp? You know, just to kind of help themselves prepare to have a great day every day. And even to be prepared to deal with, you know, some stumbling blocks that they might have along the way. Just some simple things that people can do.
Okay. One of the things that I really enjoy, and I share this with a lot of people, and it basically covers everything. Have you ever heard of the Serenity Prayer?
I have heard of it.
It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The only person's actions that you can control are your own. And so let me just focus on what I can control, and those things that I can't control, I need to learn how to let those things go. But positive affirmations daily. I tell people, post little sticky notes. like on the refrigerator, on the front door, on your purse, on your mirror, in the bathroom, and then read those every day. Read a good book. Listen to something positive or something soothing. I like classical music. So those are just some things that have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea sitting on the porch. Like those are little simple things that you do to just care for you. Like I said, just sit in nature. Those types of things. And then don't allow anyone to call you the first thing in the morning with some junk.
That's right.
We have a caller on the line. I finally got those AirPods to disconnect. My bad, y'all. Hey, if y'all out there calling, we just missed a call too. If y'all just call, make sure y'all call back after this call. You're on the Memphis Jelks show with Dr. Tanya Lewis. Who is this?
This is Henry Lewis.
What's up, Mr. Henry Lewis?
What's going on?
Man, nothing much, man. Thank you for letting Dr. Lewis join the show.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Do you have a question?
Oh, yeah, I got a question for you.
What's your question?
I was wondering, how can I deal with my emotions in life, like when life gets hard on me?
Do you just check in with your wife?
I got to check in with her. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Your wife, she got you.
That's a good thing. That's all I got to do.
That's all you got to do, and you straight.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking in. That's all.
Thanks for calling, man.
Yes, super producer anytime. MJ, what's up, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. Shoot. We just trying to, keep the positivity going on this podcast, man. I'm trying to work on a new album, stuff like that, staying busy. How about yourself?
Yeah, man, I can't complain. Living life, man. Taking it as it go.
That's a blessing, man.
That's it.
That's a blessing. What they say, any day above the ground is a blessing.
It is, man. I just want to check in with y'all, man. Y'all doing an excellent job, man. Keep up the good work. You dropping them bombs, dropping them jewels today. We picking up this knowledge.
Thank you, sir, man. We appreciate that. It shows some gems being dropped today. Thank you for calling and showing love too, bro.
Most definitely, man. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening.
Yes, sir. You too.
Do the same. Appreciate you.
All right, no problem.
Later. We got another call. Yo, you on the Memphis Jelks show with Dr. Latonia Lewis. Who is this?
This is Sarah. Hey, Latonia.
Hey, Sarah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you going?
Good. So I've got a question.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good deal. So we talked a lot about clients and individuals and how self-care is important and how we need to set boundaries for ourselves. So there's a flip side to that, and that's our clinicians that you supervise. So what would you say to them to help them get through things that they encounter? We know that burnout, vicarious trauma, compassion fatigue are all real things. So what would you say to clinicians coming into the field and current clinicians that you supervise on how to deal with those things?
Basically the same way as I deal with a client. Being self-aware, understanding when you've had enough, when it's too much, and when you need to step away from it. Let's talk about it. And I do that in all of my supervisions. Before we get down to business, we talk about self-care. Tell me some things that you're doing to take care of you. And if you're not, then I need to know why you're not. because dealing with mental health issues is very heavy, can get very heavy, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself going down to a dark place, going to a dark place. So the very same things that I tell my clients, we have to take care of us in order to. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? So you have to be certain that you're doing the things to take care of you. So self-awareness first and foremost.
For sure. Perfect answer. Good job, sister.
Y'all, that's my boss on the phone.
Oh, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you for
proud of
calling
you.
in.
Sorry. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Dr. Lewis got the phone lines blowing up.
I think that was an excellent question though, because I think, just thinking about it in general, man, sometimes you hear a lot of different stuff. And that stuff can weigh heavy on you. And I just imagine sometimes it probably can be difficult to separate the work from the personal or the work from the real life, because you have to kind of be invested in people's lives as well. Man, that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. That was an awesome question. The phone line was blowing up while she was on the phone too. I said, "Shoot, Dr. Lewis got everybody calling in."
So let me ask you this though, while the other people
We got another call.
in.
One second. Oh, we had another call. My bad. Oh,
They ain't gonna let me ask my question now.
yeah, they're blowing it up.
Write it down so you don't forget.
How's it going? How's it going? You on the Memphis Jelks show with Dr. Latonia Lewis. Who it is?
Yo, what up, man? It's Yogi Animal, man.
What up, Yogi Animal, man? You got to turn it down in the background. You got to turn the show down in the background.
Yeah, I got it on mute. I put just for your gotti on mute, my nigga.
That's what's up. How's it going?
It's going all right, man. Just in the shout out, man. Just holler at y'all for a second. I'm watching the show. You know what I'm saying? Checking out the podcast, so everything seems like it's going good.
Love on that, man. It is going well, man. We're dropping some knowledge and some gems. We're just hoping that the viewers can pick them up, man, and use them in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Trying to inspire.
Yeah, I understand that fully, my nigga.
Love on that.
I like your music too, man. I buy every CD you come out with, man. It's just banging, man. I was wondering if you was picking up any artists.
Man, love on that, sure. Yeah, man. You already know. I be following you on IG, and your music hot too. So we got to collaborate on some new stuff.
Yeah, man. Where do I send my tape to?
Sure, just email it to memphisjelks@gmail.com.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Appreciate it, man. I sure will send you some more music, man. See what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm stopping for a record deal right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing a good thing, man. You know what I'm saying? For the community and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're reaching out and touching a lot of artists, man. I watch your show. I watch your podcast show a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's uplifting for every artist to have somebody to have an outlet to. You know what I'm saying? You already offered me a spot on the show. I'm just waiting, you know what I'm saying, for my time.
Yes, sir, man. You welcome here anytime, man. And thank you too, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Much love, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Yogi Animal, man. Yanimal. You know what I'm saying?
Much
y'all
love.
Gonna hear me soon?
Much love, Yogi Animal.
All right, love, man.
Love.
Keep it up, Memphis Jelks, man. Love the show, man. Love the music, man. Keep it up. Keep your thing up, man. Stay positive. Stay lifted.
Thanks.
God bless all y'all, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man. Love the show, man. I'm tuning in right now. I ain't gonna be off till y'all go off, man.
Thanks, man. We love you too,
Much
man.
love
Love
to
you
the
too.
and everything, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to, you know what I'm saying, see you coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing you since a youngster, man. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, you already know I'm gonna switch my music, man. See what you think of it anyway.
Love on that, man. I'm getting a new studio worked on too, so I'll chop it up with you about that too.
All right, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Keep it up, man. Much love to you, you know what I'm saying, your cast and everything, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
Okay, much love to you too. All right. Love right there. Oh, that's love right there, man. All y'all artists, man, y'all send y'all music to memphisjelks@gmail.com, man. I'm rocking with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you out all I can anyway, you know. I ain't, you know, I ain't filthy rich or nothing, but I know a few people.
I vouch for Memphis Jelks. He will listen to every song that you. He'll listen to every song that you send him, and he will literally try to do whatever he can to help. Now, it might not always be free, but he'll literally just try to do whatever he can to help. Now, I have to throw that in there, Jeff, because that studio costs money.
Yeah, the electricity, you know, that electricity, it don't run for free either. That meter constantly runs. Love, thanks. Oh man, I appreciate that, man. And thanks Yogi Animal too for calling in. He gonna be a guest on the show too coming up in the future. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We got another caller. How's it going? You on the Memphis Jelks show with Dr. Latonia Lewis. Who is this?
It's your dad. Cool.
Dad in the building. Love.
Yeah, let's do.
Doing fine. How you doing, Dad?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm checking y'all out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got any questions?
Yeah, I have to give y'all some support.
Okay.
Yeah.
We sure do appreciate it, Dad. You got any questions? You got any questions for Dr. Lewis?
No, I'm just support, just enjoying our show. Glad to see Tyler and the big O. No, not really. Just more support.
Thanks, Dad. We need that.
Cliff.
We need all the support we can get. We love you. We appreciate that, Dad.
Yeah, well, y'all got it from us. Thank you, baby.
Anytime, Dad. It's good to hear your voice. It's good to hear your voice.
All right.
All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, then, Dad. We love you. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
Okay.
Come on through, Charlie.
Dad called in. That's a first right there. That's a blessing right there. Yo, this is a good show. Good show, man. We definitely want you to come back and do another one at, you know what I'm saying, at a later date, Dr. Lewis.
Absolutely.
Because times are just changing. There's just so much going on. I didn't even get into like my celebrity stuff that I wanted to get in. I guess I can ask you one thing before we go. Like this whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing. You know, like I don't know if you keep. I know you may not even keep up with that kind of stuff, but you know he just got 10 years because they were partying at the Kardashians' house and all this, and then they left there and something happened. He shot the gun. Like at the ground or something. I think he was trying to tell Megan Thee Stallion to dance and all this crazy mess. But now, you know, he's blank. And then like one of the fragments like ended up hitting her in the foot. So she tried to protect him. She told the police that she stepped on some glass. But when they got to the doctor, the emergency room, they did the surgery on her foot and they found bullet fragments in her foot. Not only that, Tory Lanez goes on a social media rampage, you know, just trying to clear his name, saying that she lying, he didn't shoot her and all this. This before she even get a chance to even say anything. So I guess she got with her people and they were like, well, since he's going to lie about it and stuff, let's go ahead and tell the truth. You know, that fool did shoot me. You know what I'm saying? And then probably the state might have picked it up too when they found them bullet fragments in her foot. It might have turned into a state case then because all of this happened in like LA. In LA, gun laws are ridiculous. Then the gun that he had, it wasn't in his name. It was an unregistered gun. So you know what I'm saying? It might as well be a stolen gun. But anyway, I just want to know, like, where do you think they were? Where do you think he was mentally that night And then probably where was she mentally whenever because she tried to take up for him, but then they had, what is that in a person to where they know somebody did something to them, but then they'll still try to cover for that person. And then I guess mentally he was probably, he's blaming it on the alcohol, But anyway, what are your thoughts?
I think to a certain extent we all do that. I mean, we all try to protect the people that we love. But I think that sometimes people have a hard time managing their emotions. And so they tend to act without thinking. We call those impulses. Sometimes we act impulsively and then we don't think about the consequence until after the act has already been committed. So I think that sometimes you can love a person too much that you enable them to continue with bad behavior. I heard a story not too long ago. I was at church, and the guy that was preaching, he said that his grandmother, when she passed away, that was one of the best things that ever happened to him. He said because the life that he was living, he was going out, he was getting drunk, and he was getting high. And when he would get home, she would cater to him, bring him breakfast in bed, washing his face, cleaning up, throw up, and all types of things. He said, but it wasn't until after she died that he had to become a man and grow up. And although he loved her, the best thing that ever happened to him was when she passed away, because she loved him too much that it enabled him to continue with bad behavior.
Wow.
That's deep, ain't it?
That's deep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just had an epiphany too. Like when we have things like that happen, like in the world, and then it's like it makes world news and all this kind of stuff. We would love to like have you come on and kind of give us your analysis on it. By you being a clinical supervisor / like mental health specialist. You know what I'm saying? It would be cool. That would be cool. We just want to know if that would be possible to get you to come on and kind of, every now and then something big happen. Like this dude, and he a multi-millionaire superstar rapper living his dreams, and then went out on a date with another superstar rapper, and now he doing 10 years in the penitentiary over just like a split-second decision.
He's still a human being. You know what? He is still a human being. We put our pants on the same. We feel the same. We bleed the same. So it matters not the status of a person. Mm-hmm. Your mental health has a whole lot to do with how you interact in the world with your surroundings. And if you don't adhere to or take care of your mental health, then you find yourself in dark places.
Well, once again, we thank you for joining the show tonight, Dr. Lewis. This is the time where we go around and we just kind of give our little last second spiel on tonight's show. Just we go around the room and we just kind of give maybe a shout out to whoever you want to, or if you got a last minute gem that you want to drop or something, and we take turns. So we always let the guests go first. And then after this, be on the lookout for your page, because we got Smoke Pearson featuring King Heavy Chill, official new video, Pimp-ish, coming on right after the interview. So hey, y'all get ready, man. Lauderdale 731, not Lauderdale, but everybody in the 731, get ready to stand up here in a minute, man. So we're gonna let you go first, Tanya, with your last words for this episode.
I just basically want to thank, I think most of my colleagues were watching tonight. I want to shout out Professional Care Services. I love my people. Special shout out to my family, to my church family, to my friends who were tuning in. And I just want to give a shout out to you guys. Y'all were incredible hosts. You made me feel comfortable. And again, I really appreciate the opportunity. I will say this in my closing. You matter. No matter what anyone says to you, how anyone treats you, You matter. And wherever you go, you take you with you. So if nothing has changed and you're not getting any different results, it's because something about you needs to change or become better. Thank y'all for having me and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to come
Listen,
back after that.
hey, I usually have something, but I don't think I have anything after that. All I want to say is, Dr. Lewis, thank you for coming on tonight, for shedding light on an area in our community that's still somewhat mysterious, but yet people are trying to tread uncharted waters. And so thank you. We appreciate you joining the Memphis Jelks Show tonight.
Thank you.
And lastly, I just want to say thank you for joining the show tonight. We appreciate you. And like I said, we would love to have you on the show again. We're going to need like a mental health specialist to kind of, help break down some of the things that's happening in this world. And we would love for that to be you, if possible. You're always welcome on the show. Anything that you ever come out with, when your book come out, you come on here, you can promote it on here. If you do, any more music or anything, anything that you want to get out there, or just if you just want to just come on and talk to the people about whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? This is a platform that we've built by us, for us. Boo-foo. Yep. But with that being said, thank you. This has been an awesome episode. We look forward to having you back on the show, do a part 2.
I'm ready.
It's family. It's family around here. Once you on the Memphis Jelks Show, you family. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said the next time you're gonna have to give me a dialogue. You gotta let me know what I'm supposed to be saying.
I feel like you did awesome. I feel like you did good.
Yeah.
Yep. Because a dialogue can kind of sometimes get too. They can predict it. You know what I mean? It's calculated.
Like what celebrity you want me to talk about?
Okay. We'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that. But all right then, well, it's time. We promised y'all the world premiere of Smoke Pearson featuring King Heavy Chill. It's called Pimp-ish. Just a warning to the fans out there. It might be a little explicit, but hey, we love it. We love it over here, man. And we wish them nothing but success. We wish y'all Smoke, King Heavy Chill, man. We wish y'all much love and success, man. Thanks for submitting y'all video. And here's For Your Page.
I can see the hunger in the eyes and the look in the eyes saying feed me. Live life on the ground, send cheers to be spanning intertwined with humanity. You need me. I'm a nickname you serious. Ain't no way that you can be outlit. Drip sauce when you walk through the game. You talk about
Shit.
what's going on, baby?
Man, I lost every damn thing, man. Man.
Let's just go and give me some cigarettes and beer.
This ain't even enough.
Make it enough.
Yo, it's loose too! Oh, man, hold on, what's going on? Come on, man, we just trying to get some of this man. Come on, let me get an autograph, man.
I think Pimpin' ain't got time to do the water bath.
Come on, music, man. Me and my homie, man. Check out the CD.
If it ain't big walk in with a CD, and I say no that. So you
Check it out, check it out. We big pimp.
You say you big Pimpin', then
Pimp
Pimp
shit.
C.
What you think about that, player?
The flies, Pimp investors.
What's happening with this CD?
It's that enough? Nasty to me. And I say, know that?
Oh, man. Well, fuck you then. You got this.
You give him a CD yet, man?
Man, that freeze been on that shit, man. Fuck it. Man, fuck, man. We ain't gonna never get on like this, man. Fuck this shit. Man, what the fuck you doing here?
What do you mean, sir? I'm here every day. Master Chill is waiting on you downstairs, ready to head to the studio. And here's your travel money for today.
Man, what the fuck? That's what's up.
Squad up, haters down, haters down. If you ain't about that life, don't come around.